The Reserve Bank of India has kept the repo rate unchanged at 5.5%. The RBI chief Sanjay Malhotra has announced that the Monetary Policy Committee has decided to keep the monetary policy stance unchanged at neutral. This is the second consecutive time that the repo rate has been kept unchanged. The RBI has raised the GDP growth projection to 6.8% and the deficit has narrowed to 0.2% of the GDP when it comes to quarter one of the financial year 2025-2026. To decode this further, I'm joined by my colleague Pallavi Ghosh on the broadcast. Pallavi, over to you.
Yes, today the RBI made some very, very important and significant observations. One, of course, not changing the repo rate, but there's a very strong ground which was really given for that by the RBI governor. See, the earlier growth projection of the GDP, which was given by RBI, was 6.5%. Today, they have revised it to 6.8%. It also talks about slowing down of the inflation rates. So what has happened is, and there are a couple of reasons why they've given this credit to. One, of course, is the rate rationalization 2.0. Second, food inflation has come down. The manufacturing sector, the services sector have all seen a growth, and all of them will have an impact as far as the entire overall growth story is concerned. And plus, what the RBI governor made it very clear, many of the positive policies and schemes which have been inaugurated by the Prime Minister as well as by the government. Obviously, all of this is going to have an impact on deciding whether the repo rate should be revised or not, because that becomes a benchmark. If there's a slowing down of economy, very often the repo rates are increased. In this case, the RBI thinks it's a fit case. Seeing the economic growth story, there was no need to revise the repo rate. So two key takeaways. One, good news obviously for the consumers in terms of not changing the repo rate. And second, from 6.5 to 6.8 is what the GDP growth projection has been revised to.
Right, thank you, Pallavi, for decoding that for us. So, economic health on the front foot when it comes to the repo rates being unchanged, and also good news for the Indian consumer, given not just the repo rates being unchanged, but also the projections for GDP growth as well as the deficit projection that's coming from the RBI. Shifting focus to some more news that's coming in, Pakistan Hockey Federation